Welcome, guys. We're here with the update show for the Quarantine Online Open. I'm Adam Black with Better with Blogger Fitness, and with me is Ben Borg from Married to My Macros. We're here just to give a little brief recap on the first week of the Open and how it has gone so far. So I'll hand it over to Ben here, and he's going to break down a bit of the men's scaled division.
Thanks, Adam. Yeah, good. Men's scaled. We've got one athlete from men's men, but no, really, I think there's a few guys in there that just kind of chipped away and thought, great idea, get behind and support it. Quite a few no score entries, which is always makes me wonder when looking at the leaderboard. But the thing I love about scale is that there's always that wondering about the guys who finish towards the top and wondering if they probably should have gone next, right? There's some pretty big scores in there. There's some dudes that obviously move body weight and dumbbells pretty well. John helped in the lead there, reached out to him and tried to get a little bit of feedback on how he found the workouts and then what he was looking for this week. But couldn't get onto him. So John, if you're listening, keep up the good work, mate, and hopefully we'll be in touch again next week to recap.
Yeah, it looked like John had some pretty impressive scores. He's leading by quite a few points in after the first week. So we'll see if that can hold up, and hopefully we can get in contact with him at least to give him his cash prize and his 3 months of performance programming from Married to My Macros.
Yeah, 2 seconds in a first is a pretty dominant performance. I think they're almost DT, missed to Mike Miller 3 seconds on the first there. And then only 30 seconds off winning the first workout as well. So obviously one pretty fit dude, John Halpert.
Yeah, it's John from CrossFit Otter Point in Souk, BC. So shout out to Otter Point, and I think we have a few other athletes from Otter Point signed up as well. So it's good to have some athletes here, kind of from Vancouver Island, but we also got athletes worldwide, including second place in the men's scale division, Chase Holderman. So Chase is from the United States. And he's still in the running for that first place, but he's in a solid second place right now with 15 points. And then we have an athlete from Romania in third place in the men's scale division. So he's posted a third, a second, and a 12th on those workouts. So definitely better on those longer workouts. The double DT struggled a bit more with time, but that could change in the second week. So we'll see how that goes for our top men's scaled athletes.
Pretty cool division in terms of multiculturalism, right? There's a Swedish flag, there's a Malaysian flag. It's cool to see, and an Australian flag as well. And I think it's cool to see that garage fitness worldwide has caught on and come to the Quarantine Open. I think that's super cool.
Yeah, getting some of those videos sent in to validate these scores. You can guys see the different areas that these people are doing these workouts in. You got some garages, you got some parks, you got some living rooms. So it really shows the diversity, and you could pretty much just fitness anywhere. No real excuses, and that was kind of the idea behind this whole competition. Is all you need is a single dumbbell and a skipping rope, and then you can get in some fitness pretty much as long as you have some space to pretty much get down and do a burpee. You should be good to go for this competition. So definitely very inclusive, and that was the idea behind it.
It doesn't need to be all tennis stadiums and coliseums, right? Living room, garage, carport on the street. It's grassroots at its finest. Yeah, women's scaled. Again, a pretty decently stacked division, almost 60 athletes. The MTMM division, we've got 10 athletes competing from both Canada and Australia, which is cool to see. So Alexa Tung, who's sitting in second place at the moment, Manuela Wagner, who's sitting in fourth, and women in 10th. So a good representation from the TLC there in the 10th, the women's scale division. Leading away is Kelly Dodds, who's only 7 points, like only one point. That's the girls' scale division is definitely much tighter than the men's scale division.
Definitely a good challenge to come out on top of that one. And like you're saying, yeah, Kaylee Dodds from CrossFit Lolo is 1 point ahead of Alexa Chung. So it's going to be a battle. It's going to come down to this final week, and there's definitely a few girls in the mix as well for the podium in that top spot.
I actually had an email exchange with Kaylee during the week and asked her, she's looking pretty good. She said that the DT was definitely her favorite workout, but she found counting the single unders in the chipper to be the hardest part of that workout rather. And she's for more dumbbell cleans and more dumbbell snatches and potentially some handstand push-ups. It sounds like she's pretty proficient at moving the body weight. So she has another good run into week 2.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. And what I also want to say is there's a few ladies that I know for sure that are using a heavier dumbbell than prescribed. So the dumbbell for the scaled women's is 20 pounds. Obviously, in this time, it's hard to get a whole bunch of different gears. So some people are kind of left with a 25 or 30 pound. They're using that. And we'll allow that. Obviously, there's no advantage to using a heavier dumbbell in this. So some of the scores, for some athletes, they might not be as high as they would like if they were able to use that 20-pound dumbbell, but they're still getting in for the fitness. Again, just doing it for fun. Not everyone's in it for the prizes. Just have something to stay motivated towards in this time, and being able to get a couple weeks of fitness and 6 tough workouts.
Yeah, I think it's super cool. And again, it kind of resonates with that whole no excuses, right? Like whatever you've got, pick it up, whether it's a backpack, whether it's a dumbbell, whether it's a kettlebell, pick it up, have a crack and have some fun, which is the whole point too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Shuttling across, next division, women's RX.
Women's RX, yeah.
No surprise there at the top. Maybe a little bit of inside information as to what was coming for Alex potentially.
Yeah, you got
had a little bit of insight maybe into the program.
Yeah, the demo video athlete in Thai for first place. So yeah, she has had a good chance to know what the workouts were and able to test them out. So yeah, no surprise there. Fit athlete, regardless of the challenge as well.
Yeah, super fit. Alex has been part of MTMM for coming to almost 2 years. And Kat met at FE a few years ago. That's kind of how we met these guys and hit it off from the start. And it's been cool to see where they come from and where they're going, and know all the big ideas they have for CrossFit Zone and stuff like this too. Super cool. It's Alex has been injured for a long time, so no doubt she's been chomping a bit to get back into some sort of competitive fitness. And it certainly looks like, based on some of these times, that she has not got any, less conditioned than she's been when she's been there. So super exciting to see Alex at the top of the leaderboard there. Had a good chat this morning with Samantha Perez as well. Tell me what gave you the motivation to sign up and do the Quarantine Open?
So the Quarantine Open came up on my newsfeed, and I thought that it would be a good opportunity to get some motivation, something to exercise at home since I am locked up. I had just come back from vacation, so I was here for 14 days, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to get some workouts in.
Yeah, perfect. So you're in the lead, equal first with Alex Mueller in the women's RX division. How have you found the workouts so far? You been enjoying them?
So I thought the workouts have been very well programmed. I really liked that it just required minimal equipment, so just a dumbbell and a skipping rope. And I thought they were very challenging and really fun. I got to do a couple inside and a couple outside, so it also got me to get some fresh air and get out of the house.
Awesome. Which one's been your favorite so far?
My favorite one was double DT. So 5 rounds of 12 deadlifts, 9 hang cleans, and 6 shoulder overhead per side.
Got a little bit of company there on the other side. Someone due for a walk.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. And of the 3 workouts so far, was any of them, which one did you find like the most challenging or like the most hard work, the least enjoyable?
They were all enjoyable workouts. The hardest one was the chipper, and it was hard because my camera shut down on me about 25 lunges from finishing, and then I came inside and redid it within 5 minutes, and so that one was really tough. I was pretty sore the next day.
I can only think of the only thing worse than doing that, Chipper, is having to do it twice. So great job. I don't think
Yeah.
I would have done it if it was me.
Yeah. Thanks. It was bad. It was so cold outside and my phone just shut.
And what's on the, if you could choose any workouts to come up or any movements or what would you be choosing for, what are you hoping for in week 2 of the competition?
I am looking for power snatches, burpees, and shoulder overhead.
So a little bit more of the same and you'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, even like a hang, clean, and jerk, and then like a burpee over dumbbell or something like that.
Oh, Christ. All right, so let's hope that doesn't come up. Best of luck with the following week, and we'll be keeping an eye on you on the leaderboard.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
If all goes as well, and if all goes as continues as is, we'll be seeing you soon.
Perfect. Thank you, Ben.
All right, thanks, Samantha. Bye.
Yeah, also on the leaderboard here, we got a whole bunch of different athletes. You got past games athletes, you got past individual games athletes, past individual team athletes. So there's a good amount of talent overall. Obviously, different levels of intensity going into this. Some people are kind of shooting for that top of the leaderboard. Some people are just adding that into their regular training routine. Some people are doing all 3 of those workouts back to back to back. So obviously that's going to affect the scores a bit, but it's just good to see some of those CrossFit Games athletes throwing down. Some people you might not have heard before, but that doesn't really matter. Everyone around the world is getting in. I believe in total we have about 10 or 11 different flags represented on the leaderboard and across 5 continents as well. So this online open, again, is accessible to everybody, and we're glad to see everyone that took the time to sign up and at least try these workouts out.
Yeah, I think definitely adding to the other end of the spectrum too. I think that having a competition like this that has the international feel, but also that quite intimate feel as well, within a more immediate community. It's cool to see, a number of athletes here that have been teetering on that. Like, do I go intermediate? Do I go RX? See how to go? Not to lose. It's super nice to see, a number of those names that are pushing for the RX and using this as their kind of first competition to test the water there. So,
yeah.
Definitely Maggie Morgan, who's one of our coaches, throwing herself in the deep end, which is great to see. Sarah Morton, who keeps going from strength to strength. She's sitting there in top 10. Arguably fittest Morton in that house. And there's a lot of fit Mortons. So cool to see those guys like involved, throwing down, having a real crack and doing pretty well, making the top 10.
Yeah, we got one last division here.
Then RX. So this is a pretty stacked division. Looking down the list, there's a lot of notable names, and 2 of those obviously wasn't mine, which is a little bit of fun. But I guess if we kind of start at the top and work our way down, Alec Abbott, if anyone's ever trained Alec or seen Alec train, he is enormously strong. And I think he's got me on strength and then see I burpee like no one else as well. So super well-rounded athlete, still pretty new CrossFit. We've been doing it for a couple of years, but comes from a bodybuilding background, super strong. I've seen him muscle his way to some disgustingly heavy lifts with zero technique, but still does pretty effectively. So I have with me Abbott, who's currently sitting in first place for the men's RX division in the Quarantine Open. Tell me, Alec, what prompted you to want to do the Quarantine Open in the first place?
Well, being stuck inside all the time is kind of not the most fun. Gyms are obviously all closed right now, and just having something to work towards was kind of the main reason, I would say. Also, I've been thinking about doing nutrition with MTMM for a little while now, and the fact that may be something that I could win was also a big bonus too.
All right. Good plug. Thanks for that, mate. We really appreciate it. So far of the 3 workouts that have been released, looking at the scoreboard, I'm going to go ahead and say that the DT, dumbbell DT, was probably your favorite.
Yeah, like that one was pretty, like I wasn't too sore afterwards. It was a pretty straightforward workout. It's just go as fast as possible. It's only 5 rounds on each arm, so it was kind of as quick as you can and just get through it.
I guess for a guy with a bodybuilding background like yourself, whenever you see hammer curls in a CrossFit workout, aka the dumbbell hang clean, it always comes up as a strength.
Yeah, I literally did everything on the outside of my body. I think most people did deadlifts between their legs, but I just did everything on the outside of my body, and then hammer curls for all of my cleans. So yeah, it was quick.
Hammer curls for days. Of the 3 workouts, which one did you enjoy the least?
I don't think I've ever squat snatched a dumbbell before, which is really weird. So I didn't actually mind that workout because it was something new that I'd never done. The chipper workout with the devil's press and the lunges, I think when I got to like 27 or 28 of the devil's press, because I did all 50 unbroken, but when I got to like 27, 28, I was like, okay, this is taking a little bit of time and starting to get tiring. And then when I got to the lunges, my legs were like shot after doing all the squats too. So yeah, it was pretty brutal.
What are we hoping for this week?
What sort of workout?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a really tough question. It's tough for them because they literally have such a small amount of equipment to program with. I think something fast with a dumbbell again would be good for me personally, but I'd like to see like a really long workout, like a 20-minute AMRAP of something. That would be pretty sweet, I think.
All right, mate. Perfect. Well, good luck with the second week, and good luck with the quest to become real estate's fittest realtor in Vancouver. We'll be working, and if all goes to plan, mate, we look forward to having you as part of Team MTMM.
For sure. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good.
Yeah, that was probably the most impressive performance of the week in any division. Was able to put up a score about a minute faster than even the second fastest time on a 5 and 6 minute workout. So that's pretty hard to do, to make up that much time in such short span. Obviously, I requested the video to get proof of it, and it does look pretty legit to get through all those 270 reps within the time that he posted of 5:19.
Yeah, he's a guy that has sort of started CrossFit coming in with a 2-minute 30 fan. So basically strict pull-ups the whole way, strict butterfly pull-ups the whole way through too. So super strong, super fit. No surprise to see at the top.
Yeah, and then in tie for second, we got Storm Patterson, owner of CrossFit Queen Street in Ontario, Canada. Storm's one of those competitors that does well pretty much in every competition. He just competed down in Brazil at a sanctional event. I believe that was probably the last sanctional that's gone on. He's also been in the top 400 worldwide in the regular CrossFit Open. So pretty impressive athlete. And I know he's just excited just to be doing something. Saw his videos doing it in his living room with his cat jumping on him. So it's obviously all fun and games for him, and taking it pretty seriously too, as he redid one of the workouts to get a slightly better score. So that's always fun to have that little bit of competitiveness in it as well.
And the other guy there, second, Karen Kushler, Edmonton athlete. He's a sanctionals level athlete as well. He was at the Asian Championships last year, qualified this year again for Asian Championships, and also it was qualified for Can West World. So another super fit guy, super jacked, super strong, and only 24 years old as well. So has a lot of future in terms of what he wants to do and what he wants to accomplish within the sport of functional fitness.
Yeah, and then it's still in the mix. We got in fourth place currently is Jake Janish from CrossFit Zone here in Victoria. He's only 3 points out of that podium spot, coming off a first place victory at local Better with Blacker March Melee competition a few weeks ago. He recently posted a 255 hang snatch, so pretty good lifter himself. So being able to move a light dumbbell for a lot of reps maybe isn't his favorite thing to do, but he's still hanging in there with some top guys. And then a bit further down the road as well, we got in 8th place Adam Davidson, who's qualified for the CrossFit Games this year. obviously he posted to me just saying that he did all 3 workouts back to back with no rest. So that might come into play why his scores maybe aren't at the top, even though he's arguably the highest level performer here. But yeah, an 18th place on the double DT. We'll put him back a bit, but again, that one was a lot more cycle speed and just coming off a bit slow, or coming off a couple of the longer, tougher workouts beforehand will definitely slow you down on that one. So I'll look to see Adam Davidson with some pretty impressive scores this week. Might not bump him up into the top 3, but still be some scores to beat.
Maybe he's setting us up for a really big comeback next week.
Yeah, that would be impressive to see.
Kind of as we make our way a little further down, Cam Joseph, who's sitting 13th, surprised to see a Canadian flag, and to hear his name and confirm that he is as awkward Australian as they get. I guess his flag, Ray Hodgkinson sitting there in 18th, with the Australian flag next to his neck. So, but cool to see the boys kind of getting amongst it and jumping in and having some fun.
Yeah, it's overall a good division. Obviously, one of my favorites. Being able to usually compete in that one, threw a few scores down, but nothing too impressive or to brag about on this update show.
Yeah, and I think a special shout out to Dan Schaefer for 2 reasons. One, for resisting the urge to program and Dan Schaefer specific workouts that are obviously beneficial to him as he sits there just on 99 points. But 2, like the first kind of 3 workouts have been super fun, and I think really well programmed and a good mix and variety of weight and dumbbell movements, which isn't super easy when you're really quite limited to trying to make it as accessible as possible. So I think Dan done a really good job with programming, and I'm pretty excited to see what he comes up with.